Hi, this is designed to be a quick review of right-angled triangles and how to solve for hypotenuse, opposite adjacent sides, and also angle using SOHCAHTOA. To start, let's quickly identify the parts of the right triangle. Before you see a right triangle with the hypotenuse labeled and one of the angles in the lower left-hand corner. I'm also going to label a side adjacent to that angle along the bottom and a side opposite that angle as opposite directly across from that angle. With these labels, now we can use our SOHCAHTOA, and to do that I'm going to direct your attention to the box in the middle where the sine, cosine, and tangent are all indicated. The sine is going to be your opposite side over your hypotenuse, and then the cosine of the angle will be the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, and tangent will be the opposite over the adjacent. That's convenient to remember using SOHCAHTOA. Just think of the sine, cosine, and tangent, and then these letters will tell you what is divided. So for the sine, it's the opposite over the hypotenuse, cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, and tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. Next, we'll use SOHCAHTOA to help us find a missing side of a right triangle. Given the triangle towards the left, we see that there's an angle of 30 degrees. The side opposite that angle is missing, and the hypotenuse is 60. Therefore, we're going to use sine to solve this. I can start adding in what I know. I know the sine of 30 degrees is equal to the opposite side, that's what I'm looking for, divided by the hypotenuse of 60. Now I can do some algebra, multiply by 60 on both sides, times 60. That cancels, so then I have 60 times the sine of 30 degrees will equal my opposite side. Before you solve this on your calculator, make sure you're in the correct mode. Tap on the mode button and then choose degree. After you've made those choices, now you can type in on your calculator as written. You'd want to type in 60, then sine of 30 degrees, and then enter. As shown, the correct side is 30 for that opposite side. Another common thing you'll solve for using SOHCAHTOA is to find a missing angle. In this case, we don't know the angle, but we do know the opposite side is 40 and the adjacent side is 30. Since I know both the opposite and the adjacent, and I'm looking for an angle, I'll use the tangent function here. So I'll start filling this in. I know the tangent of the angle is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. In this case, I'll leave the angle as an unknown, so tangent of theta is equal to my opposite side, which is 40 over 30. And now I need to undo the tangent, so I will use the inverse tangent, so multiplying by the inverse tangent on both sides. And that will then allow me to solve for that angle. So my angle then becomes the inverse tangent of 40 divided by 30. When typing this in on your calculator, make sure you use the second function and tangent. That will then activate the inverse tangent function. When you type it in, it should look similar to this, and your final answer for the angle is about 53.13 degrees.